Hello everyone, welcome back to Knit Crow Addict channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to make this beautiful beach cover up. This is a beginner friendly and I have free written pattern for sizes extra small go up to 4XL. It's available on my blog, but if you prefer the PDF printable version, it's available for purchase on my Etsy, Ravelry and Lovecraft. I will put all the links in the description below. And for today's tutorial, I'm gonna show you in size extra small, which is the one that I'm wearing right now. But before we get started, this video is collaboration, so I would love to introduce you to my friend Maya. She is very talented, wonderful woman, and also she is one of my crochet designer idol as well. And for today's collaboration, she's gonna show you how to make a beautiful bikini bottom. I think it's gonna look very good with this beautiful beach cover up here. After you watch this video tutorial, please don't forget to go check her out if you wanna make your own bikini bottom. I hope you enjoy!
Hi beautiful soul, I'm Maya. I'm the founder of Mayalunacorazon. I have a YouTube channel and in my channel I share my own design, the tutorial as well as self-love and body positivity. I talk a lot about how to create your own design as well as crochet business strategy or business topic. I have an Instagram. If you want to join me there, I will be very happy to have you. And this video is a collaboration with one. I adore her work and I'm so happy that this time we can collaborate and bring you this beautiful set. I am making this bikini bottom together with one she make the beach cover. So yeah, let's enjoy. After her video, come over to my channel and learn how to make this beautiful bikini bottom. I see you there. Bye bye.
Here is the materials that I use for this project. So I used two colors of Alice Diva yarn. This is size 2 sport weight yarn. Here is gonna be my color A. This is 100% acrylic, but the yarn is super nice. I love this yarn. And in each ball is have 350 meter, 383 yards. And for the size that I'm making, which is size extra small, I use about 1,120 yards. So 3 balls should be enough for the size that I'm making. I have a little bit left on the 3rd ball. And the color A, the color name is Stone. Okay, and here's my color B. Everything the same brand, same yarn, and the color is camouflage, and I use about 580 yards, so 2 balls should be enough, and I have like half of the ball left. Okay, and you can substitute yarn as well. Just look for size 2 sport weight yarn, but I highly recommend using this yarn, and please check the gauge. Alright, crochet hook size 4.5 millimeter, scissors, yarn needle and stitch markers. Okay, before we start, I just want to talk about this pattern a little bit. For this pattern, I use the bead stitch. For that, it's very easy to make, and I also have step-by-step video tutorial how to make a bead stitch. If you want to check it out, I'll put the link in the description below. And for this pattern, we're gonna make in 2 separate pieces, make exactly the same, and we're gonna make the chain this way. And then the chain that we made divided by 2 is gonna be the length of our project. Okay, so yeah, I make the chain this way, and then I'm gonna crochet this way. Alright, and 2 make exactly the same, and then after we have 2 panels, we're gonna sew the back middle side here together, not all the way, and I will tell you exactly how many you should sew. Alright, and then we're gonna leave the front open and then a little bit around the neck area there open. And yeah, after that we're gonna fold it in half, and then we're gonna sew on the side seam here, and then we're gonna leave some space open for the armhole as well. And then after that we're done. Alright, and then This is optional. You can make a drawstring or you don't have to, totally up to you. So let's talk about the measurement here. So for the measurement, the length before I divided by 2, I have about 66 inches long, and we need to divide it by 2 because, like I said, this chain is gonna be includes the back and the front panel, right? So yeah, after I divide by 2, I have 33 inches long from the shoulder down here. And then the width, just one panel, it is 11.55 inches width, but we want to put this together, right? So I have 23.10 inches width across. So in this tutorial, I make in size extra small, small. So for extra small and small is the same size. I think I got everything here. I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Okay, first make a slip knot. Use any method you prefer for making a slip knot. And then make 233 chains loosely. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I'm gonna keep making the chains, and I will be back when I have 233 chains. I have 233 chains here, pretty long. And for row 1, gonna be the wrong side. For an odd number row, gonna be the wrong side. For an even number row, gonna be the right side. So row 1, we're gonna skip 3 chains and make 1 double crochet into the next chain. And the first 3 chains that we're gonna skip is count as 1 double crochet. So I skip 1, skip 2, skip 3, and then into the next chain there, I'm gonna make 1 double crochet. So I yarn over my hook, insert the hook into that chain, but I insert the hook into the little bump on the back of the chain. You don't have to do that. You can also insert the hook into the normal chain, the V shape, totally up to you. So yeah, anyways, after I insert my hook, I yarn over, pull up a loop. I have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That is the double crochet. And we're gonna make 1 double crochet into each chain across. So I yarn over my hook, I insert the hook into the next chain there. Again, I insert into the little bump on the back of the chain. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and make a double crochet. And then double crochet into the next chain. I insert into the little bump on the back of the next chain again and make a double crochet. Like that. Alright. Next chain here. Next chain here. Next chain here. The reason I insert my hook into the little bump on the back of the chain is give me very nice edge at the bottom here. Like I said, totally up to you, whatever you prefer. Alright, I'm gonna keep making 1 double crochet into each chain across, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 1. I'm at the end of row 1 here, and I have a total of 231 double crochet stitches across, includes the first 3 chains that I skipped 2. Okay, it's very, very long. Alright, so for row 2, we're gonna chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. The first 3 chains always count as 1 double crochet, and then turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And we're gonna make 1 double crochet into each stitch across. So I yarn over my hook, insert the hook into the next stitch here, and make a double crochet. And then double crochet into the next stitch. Double crochet into the next stitch. Double crochet into the next. And double crochet into the next. Alright, I'm gonna keep making one double crochet into each stitch across, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 2. I'm at the end of row 2 here, but I haven't made the last double crochet yet. Just want to show you. So for the last double crochet, we always gonna make into the 3rd chain, okay? Because the first 3 chains always count as one double crochet. So I'm gonna yarn over my hook, insert the hook into the 3rd chain there. If you cannot see, you can turn this side as well, and as you can see, that chain right there, that is the 3rd chain. Make the last double crochet in there, like that. And at the end of row 2, I have the same 231 double crochet stitches across. It's very long. Okay, so for row 3, we're gonna repeat row 2. So we chain 3, count as one double crochet and turn, and then make one double crochet into each stitch across. So I make double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next, double crochet into the next, double crochet into the next. Alright, I'm gonna keep making one double crochet into each stitch across, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 3. I'm at the end of row 3 here, and I already made the last double crochet into the last stitch, which is the 3rd chain there. And I have the same 231 stitches across, and for row 4, it's gonna be the bead stitch row, and we're gonna chain to the color B. And to chain color, you can use any method you prefer, so I'm gonna show you the easy way. So after I make the last double crochet here, I just gonna cut the yarn like that, pull the yarn out, and then turn. And then I'm gonna insert my hook into the first stitch here, and then bring a color B, hold it on the back, and then yarn over hook with the color B, and then pull up a loop, and now I'm gonna chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Again, the first 3 chains always count as one double crochet, and then you can tie this end together now, or you can tie later, totally up to you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tie this end together. Just make sure it's secure, maybe a couple times. And then I will weave the end later. Alright, and after I chain 3, into the next stitch, we're gonna make a bead stitch. For the bead stitch, we're gonna start with one double crochet first. So I'm gonna make a double crochet into the next stitch to start the bead stitch. Alright, and then we're gonna yarn over hook, and then insert the hook around the double crochet post. So yarn over hook, insert the hook around the post, and then yarn over, pull up a loop. We're gonna do that 3 times. So here's the first time, and then yarn over hook, insert the hook around the same post, yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the second time, and then yarn over hook, insert the hook around the same post, yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the 3rd time, and I have 7 loops on my hook. And then next, we're gonna yarn over hook and pull through the first 6 loops. So I yarn over my hook, and then before I pull through the first 6 loops, I turn the tip of my hook down a little bit, and then I hold it right here, the left hand. Easier to pull through the first 6 loops. Whatever works for you, this is what is worked for me. I just wanna share. So yeah, anyways, I yarn over hook, and then now I'm gonna pull through the first 6 loops like that. And when I have 2 loops left, I yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. And here is the bead stitch. So see, we have a double crochet, and then we have yarn over hook, insert the hook around the post 3 times. All that count as one bead stitch. And next, we're gonna skip the next stitch and make bead stitch into the next. Again, for the bead stitch, we start with 1 double crochet first, and then yarn over hook, insert the hook around the double crochet post, yarn over, pull up a loop, do that 3 times. Here's the first time, here's the second time, here's the third time. And now I have 7 loops on my hook. I'm gonna yarn over, pull through the first 6 loops. And then when I have 2 loops left, yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. This is the second bead stitch. Alright, we're gonna repeat that across. So we're gonna skip the next stitch and then make bead stitch into the next. So for the bead stitch, we start with double crochet first, and then yarn over hook, insert the hook around the post, yarn over, pull up a loop, do that 3 times. Yes, 1, 2, 3. And I have 7 loops on my hook. I'm gonna yarn over and pull through the first 6 loops. And then yarn over, pull through those 2 loops. And now I have 3 bead stitches. Alright, repeat that, skip the next stitch and then make bead stitch into the next. For the bead stitch, we start with 1 double crochet and then yarn over hook, insert the hook around the post, yarn over, pull up a loop, do that 3 times. Yes, first time, second time, and here is the third time. And I have 7 loops on my hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 6 loops. Oops. Sometimes it gets kinda difficult to pull through the loops. And then yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. Like that. I show you one more time. So we're gonna skip the next stitch and then make bead stitch into the next. So make double crochet first. And then yarn over hook, insert the hook around the post. Yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the first time. Yarn over, insert the hook around the post. Yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the second time. Yarn over, insert the hook around the post. Yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the third time, and I have 7 loops on my hook. And then we're gonna yarn over and pull through the first 6 loops. And then yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook. Like that. Alright. You're gonna keep repeating this. You're gonna skip the next stitch and then make bead stitch into the next. Skip next stitch, make bead stitch into the next. Repeating that across, and I will end row 4 with you. I'm at the end of row 4 here, but I haven't made the last double crochet yet. So after I make the last bead stitch, I'm gonna make the last double crochet into the 3rd chain there, which is the last stitch, like that. We don't skip any stitches in between the last bead stitch and then the last double crochet. No skipping, okay? Remember, when we start, we have chain 3 here, count as 1 double crochet, and then we have a bead stitch next to it. We not skip any stitches. Alright, we end the same. See, we not skip any stitches. Alright, so for row 5, we're gonna use color A. And I'm gonna cut the color B here. Leave a little bit of tail, just enough to weaving the end later, and then pull the yarn out and turn. And again, you can change color any method you prefer. And I bring my color A here. And then I insert my hook into the first stitch there, and then bring the color A, hold it on the back, yarn over hook with the color A, pull up a loop and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And you can tie this in together now or later. I'm just gonna tie it later, and we're gonna make 1 double crochet into each stitch until we have 2 stitches left at the end. So I'm gonna make a double crochet into the next stitch here. And then double crochet into the next stitch. Double crochet into the next stitch. And double crochet into the next. Double crochet into the next. If it's difficult to see, you can turn a little bit. You'll see the V shape there. That is the stitches that you're gonna make a double crochet into. So see, I turn here. So next stitch here. Make a double crochet. And then next stitch here. Make a double crochet. Alright, I'm gonna keep making one double crochet into each stitch until I have 2 stitches left at the end, and I will be back. I will show you how to end row 5. Okay, now I have 2 stitches left at the end of row 5. So I have the next stitch here and then the last stitch. So the last stitch again is the 3rd chain. So next we're gonna skip the next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the last stitch, which is the 3rd chain. So you have to skip 1 stitch at the end, otherwise you're gonna increase 1 stitch. That's how the bead stitch work. Okay, so yeah, I yarn over my hook, I skip the next stitch here, and then insert the hook into the next stitch, which is the 3rd chain there. And then make the last double crochet like that. Okay, at the end of row 5, I have a total of 231 stitches across. If I don't skip the stitch here, I'm gonna increase 1 stitch. Alright, keep that in mind and please check your stitches. Okay, here is the pattern repeat, row 2 to row 5. And then next, you're gonna repeat row 2 to row 5. And repeat that, row 2 to row 5, 2 to 5, 2 to 5, like that. Let me show you this panel here. So, I already went ahead and crochet 1 panel. And for the side that I'm making, which is size extra small, I'm gonna repeat row 2 to row 5 more times. And I will have a total of 25 rows. Start count from row 1 here. Alright, and then after I repeat row 2 to row 5 more times, I still have 1 more row to go. So the last row, I'm gonna make double crochet row. Don't worry, I will come back and make the last row with you. So yeah, anyways. So let me show you a few stitches on row 6 here. So for row 6, we're gonna start the repeat row. So we're gonna repeat row 2. Okay, so we chain 3 and turn and make double crochet into each stitch across. Just repeat row 2. Very easy. Double crochet into the next, double crochet into the next. See? Now row 6, I repeat row 2. Row 7, I'm gonna repeat row 3. Row 8, repeat row 4. Row 9, repeat row 5. And then row 10, I start repeat row 2 again. Row 11, repeat row 3. Like that. Just 2 to 5, 2 to 5, 2 to 5. Alright, every size is different. Just check your size. Alright. I'm gonna keep repeating row 2 to row 5 more times. And I will be back. Good luck and take your time and count your stitches. And one more thing. The row that you repeat row 5, don't forget to skip 1 stitch before you make the last double crochet. Okay? Otherwise, you're gonna increase 1 stitch. Be careful. Alright, good luck. Okay, after I repeat row 2 to row 5, 5 more times, and here's what it looks like. And I have a total of 25 rows. Start count from row 1 here all the way up here, 25 rows. This is the end of row 25, and it's pretty long on this side here. Alright, and we have one more row to go. So for the final row, I'm gonna chain 3, count as 1 double crochet and turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. Basically we gonna repeat row 2, just make double crochet into each stitch across. Okay, so yeah, after I chain 3 and turn, I'm gonna make a double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, and double crochet into the next stitch. Alright, I'm gonna keep making 1 double crochet into each stitch across, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 26. I'm at the end of row 26 here, and then next you just need to cut the yarn. And I cut the yarn, I leave a tail about 60 to 70 inches long here. Okay, and then after that I'm gonna pull my yarn out like that. So this tail we're gonna use to sew these panel together. This is gonna be at the middle part on the back that we're gonna sew the panel together. And next you're gonna make 1 more of this panel, everything the same, except at the end you don't need to leave a long tail. Alright, because this tail is not gonna be the side seam, it's just gonna be the middle part on the back. Alright, go ahead and make 1 more panel, and I will be back and I will show you how to sew the panel together. Okay, after you have 2 panels, next we're gonna sew the panels together at the middle seam on the back side. It's very big, I know, I'm sorry for that, I cannot show you the whole thing, and I will show you in the picture here, and also I'm gonna show you in this paper here. Let's pretend this panel is this one. Okay, I lay my panel like this, and then the other panel, which is this one, lay them like this. You're gonna lay them with the wrong side facing up, and we're gonna sew on the wrong side. And I'm gonna use the tail that I left earlier to sew. And we're gonna sew the back middle seam here, but not all the way up. So I'm gonna sew about 100 stitches of these panels together. And we sew row 26 on this panel and row 26 of this panel together here. Alright, I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's sew. I already have my yarn needle and I already insert my tail in there. I'm ready to go. Let me show you, I mark my stitches here as well. So like I said, I'm gonna sew 100 stitches together, and I count 100 stitches and I place my stitch marker here. Yeah. Alright, I will turn this side a little bit here so easier to sew and to see. I'm gonna insert my yarn needle into that panel, into the first stitch, which is the 3rd chain right here. 1 loop only, back loop. Okay, and then bring it out. And then insert into the same stitch, the first stitch, this side and then that side 1 more time, just to lock the yarn, and then bring it out. Okay, and then next stitch here, back loop only, and then next stitch there, back loop only, bring it out. And then next stitch here, back loop only, next stitch there, back loop only, bring it out. And then next stitch here, back loop only, next stitch there, back loop only, and bring it out. Oops, sorry. Okay, next stitch here, next stitch there, back loop only, and bring it out. And you can sew any method you prefer. This is what I'm gonna sew. I'm gonna keep sew back and forth until I reach the stitch marker here, which is 100 stitches. Okay, now I reach the stitch marker here, and then next I just gonna weave the end. And then maybe tie a couple knots. And then you're just gonna keep hiding the tail and then trim the tail, and you're done with this part. And then after you trim the tail, and next we're gonna sew the side seam. So right now we sew the back middle part, right? Back seam. And then next I want you to fold your cover up in half like that at the shoulder seam. So see here, I already went ahead and folded in half, as you can see. And then we're gonna sew on the side seam here. And I will tell you exactly how many stitches you should sew, alright? So forget to tell you, you're gonna fold the right side facing each other, and we're gonna sew on the wrong side, okay? So here's what it looks like so far. Here's the middle part on the back that we just sew. Okay, this is right side facing each other. And we're gonna sew the side seam. It's fairly big, sorry. I'll show you in the picture here as well, just in case that you're not sure what's going on. So I'm gonna turn this side, easier to see. I have my new strand of yarn and yarn needle ready to go here. And I'm gonna sew the back side and the front side 80 stitches together. So I count from the bottom here all the way up until I have 80 stitches on both sides, and then I place the stitch marker there, and this is gonna be the armhole. If you want a bigger armhole, you're gonna sew less stitches, and if you want a smaller armhole, you're gonna keep sewing more stitches. All right, so on the wrong side. Okay, so I'm gonna insert my needle into the first stitch here. I'll call this front side and that back side, okay? And then I'm gonna insert into the first stitch on the back side there. I'm gonna sew back loop only. And like I said, you can use any method you prefer. And make sure don't sew too tight or too loose. And then I'm gonna insert into the same stitch one more time just to lock the yarn. And then I'm gonna go into the next stitch here, back loop only, right here, and then next stitch there, back loop only. Bring it out. Oops, a lot of tail. Okay. Next stitch here, back loop only, next stitch there, back loop only. Bring it out. And next stitch here, next stitch there, back loops only. Bring it out. And next stitch here, next stitch there. Like that. I'm just gonna keep sewing this method back and forth until I reach the stitch marker here, and I will be back. Okay, now I sew until I reach the stitch marker here, and next I just gonna weave the end. I'm gonna remove this stitch marker first and then weave the end. Maybe tie a knot here. Couple knots, and then keep hiding the tail. Alright, keep hiding the tail, make sure it's secure, and then you trim the tail and you're done. And you're gonna sew the other side exactly the same. So I already have both sides sewn here. Okay, here is the other side. This is the wrong side, and here is the right side. Alright, go ahead and sew the other side. Whatever method you use for this side, you're gonna sew this side exactly the same, and then weave all the ends, and you're done with this part. Okay, and now this is optional. If you want to make a drawstring, I will show you how to do that. And if you don't want to make drawstring, you're done. Just after you weave all the ends, you're done. Okay, very easy, right? Okay, and I will show you how to make a drawstring. So for the drawstring, I cut 12 pieces of yarn about 200 inches long, around there. And then after that, I try to make it nice and even here. And I'm gonna tie a knot around here. It's about 6 inches that I leave it right here for the tail, and then I gonna make a knot. Five or 6 inches, I think it's good. Make a knot, and then after that, I gonna brace it. And now you can ask someone to hold this end for you, or you can hang this by the door, or you can use the tape to tape it right here, and then you're gonna brace this part. So I have 4 strand group, and 4 here, and then 4 here. Alright, separate them. So I'm gonna put the one on the right on top of the one on the middle, like that. Okay, and then I'll put the left to the middle, and then put the right to the middle, the left to the middle, and then the right, oops, and then the left, like that. Alright, I'm just gonna keep brace it all the way down. Long way to go. Okay, now I brace until I have about 6 inches long tail, long ends, and then next I gonna tie a knot here, like I tie at the beginning here. Okay, so I'm just gonna tie a knot. Right here. Alright, and then you just need to like trim the ends, make sure it's nice and even, whatever the length that you like. Alright, here I have my beautiful drawstring here. I love it. And that's it. I hope you enjoy making this beautiful beach cover up. If you did, please give this video a big thumb up and share this video with your friends. I will appreciate it so much, and it's helped our channel out a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next video. Bye bye.